Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's DJ McCree, and this is going to be how to trap, I think, 12, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, sorry. But this was actually requested by somebody Sunday or so, and I told them I was going to do a video Tuesday, and this is about hi-hats. I did not know that, and this is actually requested a lot because a lot of people always want to know how hi-hats are working. So basically, and we're gonna just talk about it. And I have a drum line. I have two different drum lines, but they're mapped to two different BPMs. And don't mind it. It's not. Matter of fact, there we go. I'll do a little mixing for it because that was a little too loud. So what we got here is your standard 130 double time BPM drum line. You know, it's just your typical trap line. You know, it is what it is. It's just a typical not trap melody, trap rhythm. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna add hats. Well, matter of fact, the first thing we're gonna do is I'm gonna go up here and pull up, and I'll get into this drum line. I mean, this drum kit later because people are all gonna ask. I know. Let me see. Add that in there. So what you basically got basically can do as far as laying down your hi hats or whatever, and this is one way I do it, is that you kind of utilize the features that are already in FL Studio. Now, by right clicking on the channel net where you have your hi hats, in particular, we're working on the open hat, which sounds like this. We're gonna right click on the actual channel and pull up this menu right here. You'll see piano roll, rename color, low sample, cut itself, which you always should have cut itself on. It should always have a check mark to stop all that random phasing because you want to cut out the sample so it cuts itself off and not other samples and etc. Insert where you insert your extra stuff. Clone where you could just clone a channel and delete a channel. But anyways, that's we're looking for this right here. What this is it's a fill each step. And what that does is basically it allows you to do this right here. As you see, I don't have anything on the step sequencer at all. All you had to do is this right here. And what I did was I once again right clicked on the channel and went to fill each 8 steps. And I press on fill each 8 steps, and this is what happens. Now that is a typical way of filling out. Let me actually get the measurement on it. Sorry, I'm just like a nitpicky about mixing, even though I'm trying to be as basic as possible. So what you got now is what your typical trap line is. Now you can actually keep it like this, or you can adjust it some more by doing every ninth step, or taking that away every ninth step. Take that away, which is gonna sound like this. So I didn't take out all of them because I wanted a little bit of uniqueness to my open hats. So that's fine. And then so now this is where I guess it gets complex. Is you have your low hats. Now the thing is about modern day trap music is that you have two types of hats that you get to do. Now, now you can, truthfully enough, put down a low hat, which this is a low hat, and oh, let me show you, play the example of a low hat. This is something they got coined around like the 2012. Like the normal name is a hi hat, but now the hats are dropped down in a lower octave, so they sound like this. And it actually sounds pretty cool. It's probably one of the coolest things that ever happened to music. Simple as it is. But anyways, the low hat. Now, low hat rhythms vary. I mean, there's no real true great way of doing it. You're just doing it because you like the low hat. Now, what you can't do is edit all the way through. Now, I mean, I've seen it. I've seen every single new age producer edit in their hats. So don't feel bad. It's fine. There are other ways to do it, but they require either you having an MPD or a MIDI keyboard that has retriggering, and that's like the Kai MPK 49 or whatever series, or the MPD, which I have, which doesn't work anymore. But anyways, now I just added in some low hats. They don't sound fly at all right now. What I'm gonna do is I am going to select this one right here, this particular one, and I'm gonna press Control and left click so I can highlight it. From there, I am going to press Alt and U, which is the cut shortcut, which brings you to this. It brings you to the chopper menu. The chopper menu is going to make it sound like this. So when you hear Axl's hats roll like that, it's because they have been edited in that manner. Now, that ain't fly either. What you want to do is, once you pull up this menu, is mess with the time manipulation. That's kind of where you want to be. But, you know, I just want to show you that real quick, because essentially you just want to just do this right here, which is you control and left click, and you're going to adjust your all three of those hats that you just lay down, and then just keep adding until it sounds right. And we're gonna do it casually three times in a row. Perhaps we want to add extra chops, and it's not possible because the menu is too small. You see, if I stretch out the menu, I still can't add extra chops in between the big chops. Now, what you're gonna do is control and left. Pardon me. Control and press control and left click on this particular parameter right here, or whatever hi-hat that you want. And then now we're gonna do Alt U. And as you see, now we have extra chops. Let's play that. Now, this might blow your mind. This may not blow your mind about just hi-hats in general when doing trap beats. I mean, in this particular style, in this genre where we live in now, you can actually lower them and it won't. Lower them and it won't sound too bad. Oh no, it just depends on you and how the track is gonna be. Now, here's another layer to that. not the layer. I'm just figuring out what I'm gonna do. Now there's different ways that you can actually. All right, now we're gonna control and left click and drag, so we highlight certain hats. So we have these hats highlighted. So now we're gonna do something different to these particular three low hats. I think I said high hats, but don't worry about that. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna offset them from their normal 2 to 4 measures to 1 to 3. So what we're gonna do is we went up here to this option, which is your quantize options. Which if you have these set and you're recording a MIDI controller, it will automatically quantize for you, much like how an MPC 2000 does, and all the other hardware pieces from the past, unless you're recording audio. Now, as you can see, the grid changes. Now, this is one thing that's important, is that make sure that you highlight first, because if you don't highlight this first and you just press like the Control Q for quantize, what's gonna happen is it's gonna quantize the whole entire piano roll, and then it might not be pleasurable to you. It might not be, but you could just always like, for example, you can always press a Control Z, and that's a quick way of bringing back the actual hi-hat or whatever you did in the piano roll, the mistake, and taking it back to what you wanted, or back what you used to do. Anyways, so we're in here now. Let's hear this. Now, there's only one great issue here, because that the grid changed and the quantize changed. And keep in mind, when you're working on the quantize, you can see basically where your your original hi-hats are at. So make sure that you don't quantize without doing this again, because otherwise your hi-hat's gonna be screwed. Maybe it's 1-3. Yeah, I think it is. Let's see. Oh, sorry about that. It's the 1-3. So as you can see, if you listen to this hi-hat versus the first roll, the first 3 hi-hats versus the second 3 hi-hats, you see that the second 3 hi-hats have a swing to it. Now let's do that exact same swing to this one. Yeah. Now that the track has kind of a awkward swing to it, you could do other things as well. You can actually just control left click, and you can add that swing to there through time manipulation. If I presume myself right. Well, no. You actually have to snap these to grid to take advantage of that particular swing, and just time manipulate. So now we're going to, didn't think hi-hats would take this long to talk about, but we're gonna do this right here. Keep in mind, when you copy and paste like this, kind of just bring it to the front, because for some reason awkwardly in FL12 there's quantizing issues within the issues. Like it won't, like if you just drag like how it was in the 11, it would do so, it would automatically be snapped into the grid regardless. Now it's not like that. I don't know why it's like that. Why it's like that? Maybe y'all can help me with that. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of strange at 12 that it's doing that versus the older 11. But once again, I work around that. Okay. Now, what I just did was just press Control A, Control C to copy. Now I'm gonna go to this and paste it. And that's kind of the key things to hi-hat workflow, as far as depending on how detailed you want to go, because you can actually continue and edit, but I'm like at 15 minutes. I didn't even think I was going to be talking about hi-hats this long. But so now what I did now is I just added I did a fill 2 steps. Now it's going to sound like this. And, you know, you can just add whatever. Don't mind me, I somehow got motivated to actually liking these hi-hats. Oops. See, cardinal rule. See, what I just did was when I actually brought the hi-hats into the piano roll, I didn't check and see if I had this on 1-2 again. You could just I had it on what I had it on. Now, if I would have had it on 1-3 and I pressed Control Q, this is what would happen. That might be what you want, but that ain't what I want. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and put it snap and quantize online, and then I'm just gonna bring it right here. And now I'm gonna press Control A, and I'm going to drag these out, because having these little ones like this, it's quite annoying. It's quite annoying, and also kind of hinders what you're gonna do next. Because we're gonna take it a little bit further, and we're just gonna do some. I'm gonna do some quick editing to these 4 hats right here. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to add some more chops, and I'm just experimenting. I'm not aiming for supreme sexiness. Now I'm gonna go and take these four hats right here. I'm gonna swing them to 1-3. And here how it sounds. What I did was I switched it to 1-3 beat, and then I highlighted by pressing Control and left click like this, selecting those hats, and then I press Control and Q. Control Q is the shortcut for quantizing. But you gotta make sure it's highlighted, because if you press Control Q and nothing's highlighted, it will make everything 1-3. So now we have it, and it sounds like this. now your hi-hats have a distinguished flavor to them versus just having them, you know, just having them in a regular 1-2 rhythm. So now let's talk about another style. Yeah, I know, 20 minutes in. Another style of hi-hats. And we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go to pattern 2, and I'm gonna drop the BPM to 90. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, your kick drum is off. This is something I just observed from another song recently. It's something I heard on a Drake song. But it was off, and I actually thought that was kind of cool. Now your low hats in this it's gonna be a little bit more complex. These are actually my favorite type of low hats to do. Now, the low hats are gonna sound like this. I'm just gonna. So what I'm doing is doing all the prior steps that I showed earlier, and just to kind of speed up the process. And I just listen to it while I'm doing it. I'm gonna just delete that one. Now, with these low hats, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to do melodic low hats. I know it's a weird name. I just made it up right now. Deal with it. But anyways, these low hats right here, I'm just going to drag them down. Now that we have this, I'm cool with that, because this is getting too long. So what we're gonna do from all the other steps from before, we're gonna control and pardon me, still got a cold, and just left click, control and left click on this particular hi-hat, and we're gonna listen to this right now and see how it sounds. I kind of like that. We're gonna try 2. All right, I'm gonna do 2, and then I'm going to do this one right here. Kind of just experiment. Now I'm gonna do something really ridiculous. I am going to go into 1/6 or 1/3. I think in this time you might have to go to 1/6. We're gonna see, and we're gonna listen, see how weird it sounds. The weirder the better, maybe. Now not liking that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go back, and now I'm going to try it. Well, the way the grid is looking, I don't think that's 1/3 is gonna work in this particular area. Now that I observed this looks like it might work. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to quantize these to 1/6 beat because we're in a different time spectrum now. We're in regular time. We're not in double time. And we're going to experiment with this now and see how funky it is. Sounds kind of cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and Control A, Control C, drag this over, and that. And we're going to listen to it. I actually like that, so I'm going to go and finish laying it out. I'm starting to like this shit. So what we have here, I'm just gonna go up and pull up instance of Harmor. Why not? I've been working with this all week. So I'm gonna pull up Harmor. Of course, I'm gonna go and I'm going to pull up Loud Pack. My Loud Pack looks like this now, finally. Should I go with some plucks? Wow. All right. That's a good enough. That's good enough BS melody. And of course, oops. The struggle. Ooh. I really hate that. And I'd made a little fudge up because I recorded it in, what did I record? I recorded it in 1/6 because I'm sitting there rushing stuff. What type of text message was that? That actually is, oh yeah, that's a good text message. Whoops. So I'm getting rid of all the goofy stuff. Ooh, wow. You know what? F that melody. That melody is butt. But anyways, we're going back to the hi-hats. And then and with these particular hi-hats, you can just do this right here. And what I did was I just right clicked again on the channel and then fill to each two step. Once again, we're in 90 BPM right now. And see, these hi-hats do not interfere at all with what you're doing. Oh, I keep forgetting that you can't scratch it out. You're gonna have to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just put hi-hats all the way through here. So all we're talking about really is hi-hats, not my crappy transposing skills. Maybe we'll just go back to that if it doesn't sound cool. I think I should just sub these hats out, because what I think it is doing, and I can't really hear it because I'm recording without my headphones. I'm just gonna go with these hi-hats. Boop. I think I'll go with step 1/3. I think I should use step 1/3 a lot more. Oops. So. But yeah, that's basically it, just for like hi-hats and stuff like that. I mean, I didn't think it was gonna be 33 minutes of me actually canoodling around with hi-hats, but here it is. You asked, you shall receive. These are hi-hats. Just play with your hi-hats and see, different things that you can do with them. I just want to show a few of my techniques, few techniques that people use, and that's basically it. Oh yeah, there is that. For those who don't know, I had a TM80 video. Somebody got mad and was talking about why didn't I explain my hi-hats and that, and it is as simple as day. Once again, you have to have effectrix, which is why I really didn't go into that, because not many people have effectrix, if anybody. Secondly, you just go in your factory presets here and select seed part clouds, and but yeah, there you go. And for those who are gonna ask, who actually did make it to the end of the video, that needed to know about hi-hats and probably are curious about my drums or whatnot, this drum pack right here is what I used. The one on my webpage at djabmccree.net. Yeah, the link will be in the description box. It always is in the description box. Yes. Uh, I think maybe Wednesday, probably Wednesday will be the day that I actually release the update for it. So if you happen to buy it and you don't hear anything that I used in here, much likely it's gonna be probably be this clap that it's gonna be this clap right here. Well, this snare right here. I've had this snare for like since I'm old. Just know that snare's been around for a while. And this one right here. Yeah, so you know, it'll be in the kit. It'll be on the update, guys. Relax. And the Metro Open hat as well. That one. Yes. It'll be in there. So anyways, it's your boy DJ McCree. I appreciate everybody for the time. Like this video if you like it. If you want to give me a like. If you have any comments on more stuff about hi-hats, ask me. And if it's your first time seeing a video about me, please check out some other videos. I think the production has gotten a little bit better over here, as far as like quality time production. Bring in the face, Blizzard. So, check me out. I appreciate everybody for your time. These are my social media links right here. I'm DJ McCree, and I'm out.